Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing as always, and it's me Joe as always. And today I want to talk about the fact that we're getting a sequel to In a Violent Nature, a horror movie that got a lot of buzz when it came out, and people were talking about it. Some people thought it was pretty good, some people thought that it was pretty boring. I enjoyed the movie, but I rewatched the movie yesterday just to sort of, refresh my memory, just so I could, judge the movie and sort of tell you what I think they should improve upon in the sequel. And there are actually some things that, need improvements. So, the first thing that really needs an improvement is the dialogue in the movie. And listen, I don't know if this is like, the problem with the script or the actors or the direction, but some of the dialogue in the movie sounds pretty robotic and bad, especially like the side characters, for example, right? They're talking and it just sounds like a school play, It sounds robotic, bad, really cheesy, almost like a C-level tier movie dialogue. And I don't know if this was intentional, but again, when Johnny is just walking through the woods and you hear some people just randomly talking, the dialogue is just off. It's not really good, so that's definitely something they should improve upon. It's the writing, they definitely should improve upon that, because it sort of ruins the whole atmosphere and the whole vibe of the movie. Because you got these, these people, and they talk, in a weird robotic manner, and it just doesn't work, So it's the first thing they should improve, and that's the dialogue in the movie. Now, when I first saw the movie, I thought that it wasn't boring at all. Upon rewatching it, I think the movie is a little too slow, a little too boring. Now, I don't mind, slow burning horror movies. I don't mind those movies at all, I enjoy most of them. However, this movie sometimes feels very slow, like it feels way too slow, So I think that if, they could improve the pacing, I think that would really help the sequel. Because sometimes Johnny just walks in the woods for like straight up like 5 minutes, and yeah, it's kind of relaxing, it's kind of interesting, but at the same time, I sort of got really bored of that real quick, So that's definitely something they should improve upon. It's the pacing, So, yeah, these are just some of the things that I wanted to mention, because again, I rewatched the movie last night to sort of, give you my take on what they should improve upon in the sequel. And I'm excited that we're getting a sequel, because, this movie definitely had, some great kills. The kills were great, especially with like the girl getting just twisted, and just some awesome stuff. Just some awesome stuff in this movie. So, it definitely deserves a sequel, and I'm glad that we're actually getting a sequel. However, there are these things that, definitely need to be improved, right? The pacing, that's like a big thing, to make it more like interesting and more, just I don't know, just make it more fun, in the pacing. Just don't be as slow, But anyway, again, this movie was also pretty good. I just don't want to be sort of like hating, the movie, this entire video. So I also want to mention that, again, the gore and the kill scenes, they were pretty good, right? There were like 4 like really, really great kill scenes, right? So yeah, I'm glad that we're getting a sequel, because the first In a Violent Nature, it was definitely a pretty unique horror movie that I think completely deserves a sequel. So I'm glad that, was it IFC who released the movie, the studio? Probably, I don't know. But I am glad that we're actually getting a sequel, and I hope that they could improve upon some of that stuff, just because, again, the first movie is is good, I'd say. It has some great kills, some, beautiful atmosphere to it, but at times it's definitely a bit boring, and some of the dialogue is just way too dull and robotic-like, and it doesn't sound, really good. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about In a Violent Nature and the fact that we're getting a sequel. I am intrigued. That's all I'm gonna say. But let me know your thoughts, guys. That's it for today. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care, and bye.